Oh yeah, I forgot about like, oh, it's going to start.
Then now start.
Please feel free to pass the name tag and then you're going to start writing, pick up your cool stuff. And feel free to pass the Hong Kong dollar around as well. It's not a lot of money to convert it into US dollars, so don't feel bad, even though it looks like 500. So the currency is like $1 US equal around 8 Hong Kong dollars, so it's about 15 US dollars. Okay. Yeah, and also the octopus card that you're passing around, that's also the Metro card, I would say. Like you use it to loop around it, you can store money in it, so you walk around and you don't have to carry so much cash with you. I'm excited. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have enough worksheet. I'm happy. Okay. So hi guys, I am Cecilia. I'm Cecilia, but I have a Cantonese name. It's Tang Si, which I will teach you how to pronounce later correctly in Cantonese. But for now, you're very welcome to call me Hou2. You can also call me Cecilia. It's totally fine. The way I structure this lesson for today is that I'll first introduce myself, and then we'll play some games to like let loose. This is not teacher-student thing. I won't be like, you're wrong, or like, this is great, or like, this is whatever. It's very fun, and I really want everyone to enjoy this. And the ultimate goal, I hope, is by the end of the semester you have tools to know how to continue learning Cantonese. And so with that purpose in mind, I'm not going to teach you how to write. So we won't spend so much time on like all the strokes or like, and I'll be providing you with the best resources on the online internet. There are so many resources to teach you how to do the right stroke. So for now, my main focus is how to pronounce the word correctly, recognize that word, and also know like the rules of how to approach that particular word when they give you the pronunciation or the phonetics. So a little bit about myself. I was born and bred in Hong Kong for 19 years. I went to Michigan for my bachelor, and then I went back to Hong Kong for umbrella movement, which is the protest. And then I thought, okay, I need to get another degree, otherwise it's not going anywhere in Hong Kong. So I came back to Monterey for my Master in Translation. I also went to the United Nations Development Program last year in Beijing, which was really fun because lots of people told me, oh, I love Cantonese, like, can you teach me some? So I started teaching very casual one-on-one Cantonese to them. And so this is my very first time teaching like a class and also teaching foreign people who's like no knowledge of Chinese. And so I'm excited, and I hope you don't feel, if you have questions, don't feel bad to interrupt me. Hi, this is a Cantonese lesson. Yes, please sign in, name tag, anything, and pass money around. Yes, so with that in mind, I want to have a show of hands. How many of you have learned Chinese? A fair amount. Good. Don't worry. How many of you have some knowledge of Cantonese? Okay. Don't feel bad if you don't know any Chinese, because here's the beautiful thing: is actually you're actually better in a certain way, because I'll explain later. Because Cantonese pronunciation is so different from Mandarin, so with the foreknowledge of Mandarin, you might actually get messed up or like get really confused looking at the phonetics of like J or like Y or all that kind of stuff. So actually, also give a show of hands. Who speak English here? You're also in a great place because Cantonese has lots of similarities to English in terms of the pronunciation. And so in our class, I will encourage you to move your jaws really dramatically. Not like when I'm speaking, but like in Cantonese pronunciation, the best way to pronounce it correctly is to open your mouth and move all of your like lips or like tongues or the back of your mouth, blah, blah, blah. So I will walk you through this as well, so don't feel bad. With that being said, let's play a game. But before we play a game, I have to teach like how you introduce yourself to play this game. So when someone asks you, who are you? Your automatic response is like, I am someone, is that right? Okay, so if I say I am someone, in Cantonese, it's pretty straightforward, is that we would use, it's like equivalent. This is I and this is am, or like is. And this is no. No. So it's like English. It's not no with the N. It doesn't exist. It's the no. No. Yes. So again, in English, you have a really great hand. I'll teach you about this later. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Okay. Oh, also, I almost forgot. I grew up speaking Cantonese, right? But I've never learned any of these. So it's also a learning process for me as I teach you guys. So it will be fun. It will be really fun. And this is hi. Hi. So it's like English when you say like height. Just it's hard. Hi. Hi. So like ngo hai. Ngo hai. And then your name. Really easy, right? And then the other one I want to teach you guys is I'll do it here. You are someone. Wow. You are someone. And this is really straightforward because the is here, it's all the same. Also hi, so you've learned it already. And you is nei. Nei. So it's like the nei. So it's also really straightforward. Nei5 Hou2. Okay, so your name. So with these two in mind, we're going to play a game with these two. So please stand up and we'll form a circle around the table, I guess. Oh, also I forgot to introduce our TA-ish. Please introduce yourself.
My name's Jason.
Jason taught Cantonese last semester.
No, actually not really.
Oh, okay, so he speaks Cantonese too, so we'll have someone to be together. Yay! Please push your hair away. I don't want this to get into your way. We will first go around and introduce yourself in Cantonese, like hello, ngo hai, someone, and then we'll pass on. And also try to remember their name first because this will be essential in the game. Okay. I guess. Yeah. Please feel free. I'll start first. Hello, ngo hai, Cecilia. Nice to meet you.
Hello, ngo hai, Chris.
Hello, ngo hai, Mitchell.
Hello, ngo hai, Leanne.
Oh wait, sorry to interrupt. I forgot. You need to be creative and come up with your like a signature motion. I forgot about this. So it'll be like, hello, ngo hai, Cecilia. So you have to remember the motion as well. Don't get too complicated. I'll give you some time. Chris, okay.
Yeah.
Hello, ngo hai, Mitchell.
Good.
Hello, ngo hai, Leanne.
Hello, ngo hai, Vanessa. Hello, ngo hai, Rory.
Oh.
Hello, ngo hai, Rissa.
Rissa. So there's this, Leah, and this. Lissa.
Hello, ngo hai, B.U.I.L.D.
Hello, ngo hai, Celine. Hello, ngo hai, Holly.
Holly. Oh, okay.
Hello, ngo hai, Shelly.
Shitty. Cool. Okay, does anyone remember
Rory.
with the... Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Thank you so much. So this is Nei5 Hou2. And you're Rory. Okay. And let's go around and do a revision. Nei5.
Are they supposed to end or should I do it?
You should do it. I mean, we could try remembering.
Okay, okay. I wasn't sure. Risa.
Risa. Okay, so it goes together. Risa is for the game.
我係 B.U.I.L.D
你係 B.U.I.L.D
Okay.
你係 Zillion
What's the movement? Oh, Zillion.
and
你係
Holly.
Holly.
Yeah.
你係 Shirley.
你係 Cecilia
We still need your signature. Say it with your entry.
我係 Chris
Okay.
So, 你係 Chris.
你係 Mitchell.
Okay.
你係
Rian.
你係 Vanessa. Yeah.
Vanessa.
你係 Rory.
Cool. Okay, so the game it hasn't started yet. So the game is we do a rhythm. Like the game is very popular in Hong Kong, where you first clap your clap your lap, and then like clap, and then do like you do like yeah, and then this is the pattern. You do like 1, 2, yeah, and then be like. So I'll give you an example. We can do it slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 我係 Cecilia. And then Nei 係 Vanessa.
我
Yes.
係 Vanessa.
Uh-huh.
你係 Shirley.
Yes. Let's keep going. That's good. 1, 2, 3, go. And then you start with like.
Okay.
我
Shirley.
Yes. Actually, everyone should do it.
Okay.
Try again. 3, 2, 1, go.
我 Shirley. 你係 What's the movement? Rory. Rory.
Yeah. So we can sort of speed up a little bit. It's like 我係 Shirley. Nei 係 Rory. Your turn.
我係 Rory. 你係 Holly.
我係 Holly. 你係 Zillion. 我係 Zillion. 你係
B.U.I.L.D
So the tick that I just did was for other people. So if you have the movement for someone else, you skip that and just do that. So like oh hi Shirley and then Nei hi B.U.I.L.D. Like that. Yeah. Your turn. 3, 2, 1, go.
我係 B.U.I.L.D 你係 Risa
Good there.
我係 Risa. 你係 Chris.
我係 Chris 你係 Vanessa
我係 Vanessa. 你係 Cecilia.
我係 Cecilia. 你係 Leanne, sorry. Go.
我係 Leanne. 你係 Shirley.
Okay, we speed up. Again.
我 sorry. Nei5 Hou2 Nei5 Mitchell
我係 Mitchell，你係 Chris。
我係 Chris，你係 Bill，我係 Bill，你係Vanessa，
我係 Vanessa，你係 Rory。
我係 Rory 你係 Shirley 我係 Shirley 你係 Risa 我係 Risa 你係 Leanne
Yes! Okay, take a pause. I need to teach you guys one more phrase that will be very useful. So when you say Nei Hai, you look, into someone else like Nei Hai, right? But it's kind of rude and people are like, you are! So we're gonna say like he or she is. So the phrase of he, she is the same. He, she. Also the hai is the same. So this is 佢. I have to look at my cheat sheet. So this is the correct one, but like, I guess the easy way to say it's like, similar to this, but no, actually no. So look at my mouth, which is awkward. 佢. Yes, instead of like using like 佢, you like just 佢, and you hold your 佢. Exactly. This is a mouthpiece that people probably never tried and feels weird, but it's 佢, so it refers to he or she, and it's 佢係 someone. So we could do 3 of them. So like when you look into someone's eyes, you say like 你係 Risa. But if you want to introduce it, like 佢係 Mitchell, so you look at everyone and acknowledge it, like 佢係 Mitchell. Okay. Okay, so let's try again. Who was the last one? Go for it. 3, 2, 1, go.
我係 Leanne 你係 Cecilia
我係 Cecilia. 佢係 No wait. Cillian.
我係 Cillian， 我係 Holly，
我係 Holly 佢係
Mitchell， 我係 Mitchell， 佢係 B.U.I.L.D。
我係 Bill， 佢係 Shelley。
我係 Shelley 佢係 Chris.
So let me think how to better say this. So 佢 is like 佢 like oi. It's like like in Spanish where we say like oi. Right? So it's like instead of like with the I like that sounds really eccentric like oi. You just keep the o and then 佢. Yes. So it's much better. But it's okay if you mess it up. It still makes sense to us. 佢係 someone. Perfect. Let's try one last round and then we'll like move on or something. Who's the last one?
Me.
Go ahead, sure.
I did that again.
Oh, good. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
我係 Chris， 佢係 Rory。
我係 Rory 佢係 Vanessa 我係 Vanessa 佢係 Leanne 我係 Leanne 佢係 Risa
Okay. The game is not to miss the beat. But again, this is fun, so like it's fine. So, but just to let you know, in Hong Kong, people we tend to be quite mean and be like, oh, you got it wrong. So, but this is for your information. Let's keep going. I love it. Ready, go.
Go hai Risa. Koi hai Holly.
Go hai Holly. Quay hai Li-Bell.
我係 B.U.I.L.D 佢係 Mitchell
我係 Mitchell，佢係 Cecilia。
Oh, hi, Cecilia, who's not called yet. Okay. Nei hi. What?
Zilin.
Zilin? Zilin?
Zilin, yeah.
Ah, Zilin. Cool.
Oh.
Has everyone got that wrong already?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Please have a seat. This is a great warm-up. We tend to get really ferocious. In Hong Kong, we'd be like, wow, it's pretty crazy. But this is a game that I loved growing up playing. And it also breaks the ice, and now everyone knows everyone. Okay. And then I want to move on to maybe like laying the foundation of what Cantonese, the whole structure actually. Well, not when I say structure, it sounds really grandiose and scary and difficult, but no. Oh, can I erase this? Mm-hmm. I'll send this to you. Oh yeah. This is the best way. Could you pass me the blue folder? Thank you. So here is this worksheet for everyone for this lesson. So for you to write down what you've just learned, I'll just write again here, so that you can anyone see the? So again, this one has no sound, so it's like the English when you say like sing. This N doesn't mean anything. So I was like, mo, hi, and then Nei. The cheat sheet. Oh, I'm so sorry. This should be 3. Nei, and then Hou2. If anyone find a good way to pronounce this better by providing alternative, so this sounds like Nei, you know, Nei. Isn't like Jimmy Fallon do this all the time, like Nei, Tay. So Nei, mo, Hou2. I really can't think of an alternative. So be creative to yourself. Hou2. It'll give me like the whole bit, but how do I do this? On the one of the sheet, you'll see I drew a line and a circle, and then there's some like stuff on there. That's actually the tone that sets the whole like foundation. For those of you who has heard of Cantonese before, they always brag about, oh, there's 9 tones, like, oh, it's really hard. But actually, there's only 6 tones, but there's 9 pitch, if that makes sense. Tone. So in Chinese, we say like, so for anyone who knows Chinese. I did some research, and I found something super interesting. So the first 3 tone stays on the higher pitch level, and this is, in order for those who recognize this, what is this?
Tai Chi.
Yes, this is Tai Chi, and Tai Chi is based in the philosophy of Yin Yang, and actually this is Yang, because this is all in the higher tone. Higher in terms of it's brighter. The tone is, I don't know, just projects further. Whereas obviously the rest is yin. So slightly lower. I'll show you later, but have this mindset. definitely will help you. And we have something, so sometimes instead of like we say yang, this is yin yang in Mandarin, so, or in English because it gets very colloquial and common. But actually it has a different pronunciation in Cantonese, which I'll get into maybe later. But I guess you could say this as a upper, and like lower tone as well, that will help. And I will show you how to say all these tones in numbers. It's really funny that I discovered recently, after speaking it for 26 years, that all the first letters, numbers can fit into one of the tones, which I thought is mind-boggling to me. So this is a higher tone. Something equivalent is sam. It's high sam, and it never goes away if you like sing like sam until you have a M sound. So it's like Sam, but it's Sam. So and that's why we was like use tone number 1 to indicate it. And then the second tone is Gao. Oh wait, yes. We'll move on. Let's try this together. Sam. Sam. Very obvious, right? And it can go all the way. Sam. And then the next one is Gao. Okay, I need to do some cheat sheet because I didn't research the tone in the spelling. So I'll have to, is this mine? I'll have to cheat and use the app. I'll show you guys all these resources by email. Bear with me for a quick second so that I don't make up words. Oh, there we go. G-A-U. Two-tone. I would say all these alphabets, they are quite straightforward if you speak English. I mean, if you look at like Gao, you automatically want to say that, is that right? Okay, so that helps as well, Gao. And for Gao, it's like the tone kind of goes up like Gao. So it has an end, because you can't go like Gao. You have to end somewhere. So that's the fun part between 1 and 2. And then tone number 3 is say. Say, I have to cheat a lot. S-E-I. So again, if you can tell, say and nei, they rhyme together. So you can almost say like say, but in the tone that's like say. The difference that I would say between 1 and 3 is that 3 is lower pitch, but then it's similar to pitch 1 that it goes on and on forever. So it's like say. That's also that I find very interesting. So let's try it together. Say. Gao. Very good. Sam. Gao say. Perfect. Ah, this is great. So tone number 4 is leng. And then it's again, of course, it's tone 4. I'll just double check in case I don't get it wrong. Yes. Or actually, some people spell it this way, L-E-N-G, which is 4. And a little bit about, I guess, the phonetics of Cantonese. There's still a whole school of discipline that tries to nail down how to write the phonetics. So there are, I guess, maybe at least 2 systems of how it's spelled. But this one is, you can get by. This is the standard one that when the website that I provide you that will help you type these words, you just type these and the Chinese word will show up. And when you don't even remember how to say it in Cantonese, you can type the English word and the Cantonese word will pop up. That's something I'll show you. I'll send the link to you. So ling is like ling. You can't go further. Again, this is something that you stay here. Ling. Yes. Ling. And as you can tell, all these here is yang. It's like high tone, like sam gao se is all here, but like it's starting to go like low tone, like ling. And this is number 5. Oops. Yes. The beauty of Cantonese is we really incorporate all parts of our, our facial expression, including. But you use your nose, a nasal voice, like yeah, like But this is correct, and I will talk about it later in the future about our laziness to speak Cantonese. So sometimes you hear people say like which is also the same, but the right one is like use this to like instead of like with the M, which is a little bit different from the So together. I did it. I did my humming as well. So it's like I guess. And then tone number 6 is 2. Yi. Yes. And instead of Y, we do a J. Oops. I died. You might be able to tell by now that tone 2, I'll do this instead to make it less confusing. Tone number 2 and tone number 5 all goes up. So it's like gao. Gao. Again, you can't go. But these two, 1, 3, and 4, 6, they stay, but just in a different pitch. So this is yi. It goes all the way again. So I guess it would be similar to like English where you say like yeah. Or you can be creative. Think of anything that makes sense for you to remember the tone. But this is super interesting. And now comes the question. Oh, Hou2, which is my Cantonese name. Hou2, where's the 7 and 8 and 9? So. I'll teach you now. 7, 8, 9. Really, the trick when you ever see 7 and 8 and 9, there must be. Let me see how to put it before that. Actually, before this, I will say, let's say a word. Actually, let's use the word 7. There's a word 7 here, and the spelling, the phonetic of it is. So this is the beginning, right? And this is the middle part of the body, and this is the end part of the body. Whenever you see an end part, there's an end part that needs like some more emphasis, like a T. In this case, this is T. Whenever you see tone 7, there must be a T or wait, let me try to make this. I'm still on the right track. So whenever you see the number that says 7 or 8 or 9, it must be either there's a T at the end, or a P at the end, or a K at the end. It's an emphasis for tone where we still use these tones, but the end part of this word is very different. And I'll show you example in just a second. And I'll show you an example of these end part. It's almost like English when you say tone number 7. Funny part, tone number 7 is also for the number 7. Cat. So you hear me say like this, like end. It ends really abruptly with the T. And the way for you to pronounce it correctly is to first say the T. So this is similar to like, if you want to, without the H, like you say chat, right? But don't use the H, it'd be like chat. And the way to say this correctly is to first make the T sound. Tut. And then take out the T. Tut. When you almost want to, yes, it's amazing. You guys are amazing. So this is the fun part of these emphases is whenever you see this, it's the, whenever you see 7 tone, it's the same tone with sam because it's very high, sam, but it has this like almost like an emphasis on it. And in the same tone. So with the T, sometimes you see PK too, but that would be like another examples later. And for tone number 8, it's 8. I didn't realize that too. That was really funny. So this is ba. Instead of 1A, there's 2A because you kind of open the A a little bit more. Ba. Ba. You can try say the T as well, like bat. Bat. And then just leave it now. Bat. Bat. Yeah. So you have this little like a end, like where you cringe your teeth a little bit, like bat. Like you try to what's it called? You close the gate and not let the air comes out, like bat. So this is tone number 8. As again, there will be P and K examples in other Cantonese words. And this is tone number 9 is lo. Lo. It's L-U-K. Oh, why am I writing 6? Again, this one is, you can say look. Look. Like kind of like look almost. Look. Look. And then you can like look. But like you don't say the K, it's like look. I want to say the K but I can't. Look. Look. Exactly. There's a term for this in Cantonese or Chinese, it's like yup tone. It means like you're just this means enter in Cantonese, but like no, yeah, it means enter or like, and so you're entering this air into your back of your mouth instead of like saying it out. So that's why it's kind of weird. You feel like something is stuck. You say like, I mean, when you say English, when you speak English, you say sick or like suck. Everything is like at the backward. Like you're like sucking it sounds like you're sucking some air at the back. It's like tut, but, and it's like I have to withhold mine, and then look. So this is super fun way, and I don't know if I spelled this correctly, but this is yep. Yep. This is tone number 6. So like lo. Yep. So this is the same tone and different. As you can see, this is P. Again, I refrain my urge to say the P. This is 6.
Yup or yup.
Oh yes, thanks for yes. Whenever you see these PTK, yeah, thanks for clarifying, Chris. So whenever you see like PTK, you'll never see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It always 7, 8, 9. That's the really fun part of it. And so the myth of like, oh, there's 9 tones. Technically, you can correct it. No, there's only 6. Because this 7 is the sound that's similar to 1, but with this ya sound. But yeah, at the same time, bat is like I forgot. I think it's tone number 3. It's like when you say like, and then you say sick. Say. Wait, let me see. Say sick. Say sup. Something like that, if that makes sense. It's like the tone is the same, but then you have this enter sound. And then this one is tone number 6. I mean, it connects, I guess. They're in the same tone, but they have a different ending, I guess. Does that make sense? Any questions so far? please.
Okay, so just trying to make sure I have this. So the circled numbers are the tones, and the ones underneath are the pitches.
And the
Since there's like a number under every number.
There's words.
Okay, so it's the word for it. I'm just okay.
I didn't make it very clear. So yes, thanks, Kristen. Thanks for asking.
Okay,
so
got it.
apparently, I'm making this a little confusing. Let me do this instead. So maybe it's clearer. Here it is clear. So this is tone number 1. You would put the number next to your spelling of the phonetics.
Right.
And then this is tone number 1 for the number sound.
Okay,
like
that was what was. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. It's
no, it's okay.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank you.
clarifying. And then, wait. This is tone number 3. Oh no, say. And then if you chat with any Cantonese speaker, I would guarantee you almost 80% of us have no idea what you're talking about. Like, oh, what are these like crazy stuff? Because we grew up not learning, we just listen and that's why there's lots of lazy sound where we get really lazy with our tongues and start saying, instead of saying nei, you would hear like lots of like lei, lei hou ah, but I will go through that later. So let's try together. 3、9、4、
3、9、4、
0、5、2、
0、5、2、
7、8、6、
7、8、6。
Yay！ 3、9、4、
3、9、4、
0、5、2、
0、5、2、
7、8、6。
7、8、6。
Yay! And so, with that being in mind, we're gonna sing a song. Have you ever heard of this song? I don't know. This is a song. Oh, I didn't teach you the number 10. I'll teach you number 10 right now. I'll teach you the number 10 first.
What is 1? Yeah, number 1.
Yes, thanks for asking too. I will cross out this one. Number 1 is yat. Yeah. I will write it, maybe I'll write it here, so to make it less confusing. So number 1 is J. J. Let me double check. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And tone is number 1. So, wait. No. The tone is number 7 because there's a T here.
Oh, right.
Yes. Yat.
Yeah.
Again. Yat.
Yeah.
Yes. You can, when you say, oh, I forgot how to do this, you can say like kind of like yacht, I would say. Oh, how to spell yacht? Y-H something?
Y-A-C-H-T.
Y-A-C-H-T.
Yeah.
Okay.
That looks like it.
Yeah. So it's almost like that. So if you, whenever you look at this and, oh, I forgot how to do this, just say the T out and then refrain from making the T sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then sup. I have to teach you sup. It's similar when you say like, what's up? It's sup. Number 9. And the reason why I got confused with this writing is because sometimes, not to confuse you a little bit more, if you get confused, you can kind of not listen from now on, and then I'll tell you to open your ears again. Is that sometimes they don't write 7, 8, 9, they just write 1, 3, 6 because the TPK already indicates that this is an enter sound. So sometimes you will see like, why is this like a 1? Don't panic because it's the same tone, but it has the T, so it's the same. Now you can open your ears again. For those who are interested. And this is sup. Sup. Like, what's up? Sup. And goes really down. Okay, with that, let's sing a song. Another really beautiful and fun part about Cantonese is that any words, you can sing it, which I'll explain maybe in our next lesson. But this is a song that many young kids sing growing up. And I don't remember where I learned it, but here you go. It's I'll say it slowly time. 1 2 3
1
2 3
3 2 1
3 2 1
1 2 3 4 5 6 7
1 2 3 4 5 6 7
Oh, I say a tone here too. So mi so so mi la so mi re do re. Alright. So mi la so la da da re do so mi la so re do re. I guess. So mi la re do so mi la so do so do la re. I don't know. That doesn't matter as much. 1 2 3
1 2 3
3 2 1
3 2 1
1 2 3 4 5 6 7
1 2 3 4 5 6 7
2 3 4
2 3 4
4 3 2
4 3 2
4 5 6 7 8 9 10
4 5 6 7 8 9 10
I think I'll have to go back and make sure this is the right one, but like I'm not making it up. So hold on. So actually this is a song that matches with these tones. Otherwise it wouldn't make sense what you're singing because there's too many tones. Only this tone designate with that note, if that makes sense. That's what makes creating a Cantonese song super hard. Maybe you just memorize the pitch with me for now. I can't write it down. If that's okay. 1 2 3
1 2 3
3 2 1
3 2 1
1 2 3 4 5 6 7
1 2 3 4 5 6 7
2 3 4
2 3 4
4 3 2
4 3 2
4 5 6 7 8 9 10
4 5 6 7 8 9 10
Okay, that's great. Does anyone want to try this song? Like, maybe together again? Any volunteers? No? Okay. We'll try it together again. Again, this time I won't stop in the middle, so it'll be like 1 2 3 3 2 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 2 3 4 4 3 2 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 Okay, ready? Slowly. 1 2 3 go. 1 2 3 3 2 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 2 3 4 4 3 2 4 5 6 7 8 9 Okay, I noticed that some people might have missed out this M. They are really important. I know sometimes in certain language they don't have an end sound, like an end to a word, so like a word, and then it's like a say or sort of, and there's no like lip closure. You don't see any. Sometimes you say like what's up, you do that, but in other language sometimes we don't have this closure. So really make sure you have closure. Sup. Yeah, they're all like MP. MP is probably, oh, maybe like B, but I don't see this right now. So remember, like sam is not sa. That would be something else. It means another word. It means sand, sa. But I'll teach that in another lessons. Is there anything else particular you want to add on top of what we've learned here for today in this context? Numbers, introducing yourself.
Hello and goodbye.
Okay. Okay, so also the fun part of Cantonese in Hong Kong is that we mixed a lot of English. that's why when you say hello, it's hollow.
Yeah.
It's the same. You want to know the tone? It doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
It's hello, hello.
When you say like good morning, like 早晨 or something.
Oh yeah, okay, let's do this. Thanks for asking. Can I erase this? Yeah. I'll keep the tone here. Oh, I already erased it, never mind. So if we say good morning, we say, I have a cheat sheet here. Okay, give me 1 second. 早晨。It means morning. So if you feel like, oh, I can't do this Chinese, don't worry, you can just write like an early morning. Sun comes up from the mountain for now. And then again, I'll give you the e-resource so you could learn how to write the strokes or even just see this online and recognize it. 早晨.
We had only 3.
Bear with me as sun. Oh, okay. So what I also did, if you saw me doing, I was like going through all the 6 tones, like sun. And then in this case, sun. So this is 早晨. Yeah. Again, it's N, so it's you're not closing your lips. 早晨. It's like English when you say sun. 早晨, and it's almost like Joe, like jolly, like 早晨. So it's common if you hear like 早晨, which is very correct, or 早晨, it's also very correct. Yeah, 早晨. Repeat again. 早晨. And then we have, I guess just hello in a Chinese way, I mean in Cantonese, is you good. You good. Nei. We've learned this already. And then this is hou. I will write the tone. This is not good for me that I have to keep pulling it. But again, bear with me because I never learned the tone myself. Number 2. So whenever you see someone and you kind of forgot what the time of day, it's like Nei5 Hou2. And actually, it's Nei5 Hou2. Nei5 Hou2. All high, whatever. Also, if you want to say, actually, if you don't know how to write it, you can just do a smiley face and like wave or something. Or write on a sheet or something. 早晨你好. And then, what is another very common way of asking people, like when you see people, what would you ask? Oh, hello. Yes. Thanks. We would say, I'm laughing because you will use this word in almost all the sentence. So again, you say like, oh, nei, so it's very easy. And then, let me write the tone first. Just an A. So, this word literally means a dot. Cantonese is so colloquial and so like fun. It's like, nei điểm ma. Nei điểm ma. This is A with 3. I write it kind of messy. This is D-I-M. Oh crap. So this word, Literal, it means a dot, but you can imagine it's like, please pinpoint like how you're doing. You know, you can think about it like this. So how are you doing? Like, please pinpoint how you're doing. And this is just a phrase that doesn't have any meaning. It indicates I'm asking you a question. So when you say, Nei hou Li B.U.I.L.D, Nei điểm repeat after me. Nei điểm
Nei điểm
And in return, you would say, again, very easy. No. This is very easy. You've seen this already. This is good. Yeah, you would say like, I am good. But you don't say, I am good. You say, I good. I mean, literally. But it means like, it's already like embedded somewhere in the sentence, I guess. It's like, how do you say? How do you spell hou again? Oh, so it's almost like learning something at the same time. Is I spelled it wrong. Oh no, this is number 5. Sorry. It's Nei điểm And then you can ask someone like, how about you? It's again the word you, and then there's this phrase that also indicates a question mark that doesn't mean anything. Or you can ask in return like Nei điểm you ask again. So, but this is a way like you. I guess you would be the correct translation. The tone of Nei, ne. This is N-E. Nei, ne. And you will hear very lazy people, which most Hong Kong people do, be like, instead of the N, it's N-E with number 1. They would just say, Leila. Like L-L, Leila. Lady Ma is everything like L. Like Lady Ma. Leila. And also, to say goodbye, we just say, bye-bye. Bye-bye. So there's a very fun gist in learning Cantonese is because whenever you get maybe a little more intermediate in Cantonese and you can't think of the word in Cantonese, you just say the English word. That's why I have a hard time when I do interpretation in Mandarin, because many of the Chinese words, they translate everything. But even in news radio station, you hear something like, Justin Bieber, blah, 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 blah. So I find that super interesting. So if you can't think of that word, be like, good. If someone asks you, Nei điểm good. You can say good. And people will still understand because of the British influence. So one last thing before you guys get out, do this little chat with everyone. Like, introduce yourself, use any phrase here, and then like ask how you're doing. Pick your partner who's next to you or something. 3 people if you can't make like 2 or something. Yeah.
早晨，早晨。
Do we have a pair of volunteers who want, a group of volunteers who want to do this flow?
We can do it.
Yay! Thanks, Holly. Fear of I'll go.
Okay. 我係Holly，你點啊？我好啊，你呢？
我 good。
Good, thank you. Anyone want to try once more before you get off the bus? Do you want to try, Vanessa, with your group?
Okay. 你點啊？
我好好啊，你呢？
我好好啊，你呢？
我呼呼。Okay, Nima,
Okay,
okay.
try introducing yourself.
Oh, okay. 我係 Vanessa。
我係 Leanne。
我係 Mitchell。
Cool. Next time I will teach you guys like what's your name in Cantonese. Sorry that I forgot this phrase. But again, keep in mind these closing thing, like you don't say like din or like dim. You must close it, otherwise it means something else. They dim ma. Oh, I forgot about this. We have to build in this. How do you speak this? We'll bring this back if you remember. Please come back next week. You're very welcome. And also next week, I have something to choose for. You guys can choose. I have food. I have greetings. I mean, what we teach, not bringing food. Like I can teach food. I can teach greetings. There's one thing I can teach. I mean, I will still incorporate these, but I'll teach like a little bit grandma. So actually, I was thinking about one more theme. I forgot. Movies. Yes, movies. Some of the back and forth between some scenes. Maybe I'll pick one and I'll teach what they talk to each other. So, boat.
Food and movie.
And movie?
Food.
Okay, I'll find a movie that talked about it. How does that sound? Okay. Any last dying questions?
Oh, how do you say your name in proper Cantonese?
My name?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. It's very hard, so just like write T-A-N-G. That's my spelling in English. Hiuse. Oh my god. I will skip the like correct spelling for now, just for everyone. Hiu. Dang. Dang Hiu Si. 我係鄧曉思。Nice to meet you. Many Hong Kong people say nice to meet you too. So yeah.